Get ready with me. I have another doctor's appointment today. Not happy about it, but I told you guys last time about how I had gone to the doctor about my breast, and they were concerned about a mass. It is in 10 days grown 1.5 times the size that it originally was 11 days ago. And they are no longer comfortable doing the procedure just in the office because they want to remove the entire thing. So I'm going back today. I went yesterday because they're supposed to do it in office yesterday, like if it hadn't shrunk. And because it hasn't and it's gotten much bigger, it's too big for them to just do it in the office. So they want me to go to the operating room. So we're going to try to figure that out and how that's going to work with me being pregnant and what type of pain management I'm going to have. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. And the reason I'm afraid is not because I'm like scared I'm going to die or something. I'm afraid because I've experienced the pain of doing the in-office procedure without any anesthesia before, and that was not because I was pregnant. That was because my doctor at the time, a team of 14 doctors, she was like the head of oncology. She had horrible bedside manner and just horrible. She like wouldn't listen to anything I was saying, and she literally just like cut me open in the doctor's office with nothing. No warning, no nothing. And I literally like peed on myself. So I'm a little nervous, to say the least, about this because I'm pregnant. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to have. And if they're able to do local anesthesia, what that will even feel like. But they want to get it now before it gets worse. And if I don't deal with it now, then I'll lose my right breast. Which if I lose my right one, I might as well just give up the left one. And a lot of people that have had mastectomies before just go back with implants. But I could try that because of the way that I've had my first breast surgery. They did it in like stages, so they were able to save my original nipple. So it's possible that my body would not reject implants, but we wouldn't know until we tried, which of course that's like a bunch of surgeries and stuff like that. So hoping today we come up with a game plan and we can address it quickly because it is growing at a rapid pace, and before it starts getting to the point where it's putting me in the hospital for pain and it ruptures, we want to deal with it. So I knew this was a risk that I was taking, having one more baby, and now having two more babies obviously puts me at greater risk. Basically anything that happens with my breast puts me at risk, from my titties bouncing because I'm running, for being on like roller coasters. Like I'm technically not supposed to do any of that, even though I'm in remission, because any type of breast trauma could cause my disease to start again. And the thing is the antibiotics didn't work. I knew that they wouldn't work because my disease is not bacterial or an infection. The stuff that actually comes out is sterile. It's idiopathic granuloma mastitis. Idiopathic because they don't know where it comes from. It's basically an idiot. Your body's doing something it's not supposed to be doing. Granulomas are basically clusters of healthy cells that you can get anywhere in your body. And basically when something foreign is in the body, or there's some type of disease or something going crazy in the body, these granulomas basically form around whatever this thing is that's trying to harm your body. All these healthy cells basically form around it to protect it from being able to spread throughout your body. Mastitis because it's in my breast. So you can get granulomas anywhere, but mine are in my right breast. So they don't know why my body's doing it, because when they've taken them out before, they're not able to find anything. But a lot of times women, when they get their breast completely removed and they're able to actually get inside of these masses before they rupture, there's oftentimes that they find a cancer cell. So it is not breast cancer, but they almost treat it like breast cancer. And it's the type that it presents itself as is the type that's like very painful. Breast cancer is typically not painful, but it's the type that like basically just like eats away at your breast. So at the worst part of my breast disease, I would have holes in my breast from where these things would like rupture, and it's only in my right breast. They have no idea where it comes from. Like I said, at the time of my diagnosis about 4 years ago, it was 2019, June of 2019. There were only like 700 women in the US that had been diagnosed with it. It's more common in Asian women, and I think it's Asian and Pacific Islanders. I'm neither. I don't have any traces with that. It is more prevalent in women, but there were at the time about a dozen men that had it. One of the most common things that they can find is that the person has breastfed within 2 to 7 years. Obviously, though, with men having it, they have never breastfed. So there's obviously you can get mastitis in your breasts, but it's not idiopathic granuloma. So people are like, oh, I have mastitis. It's not the same thing. Mastitis can just be treated and it typically goes away. But my body basically is reacting and trying to protect itself from something. They just can't figure out what it's trying to protect itself from. And it could literally be like something like this could happen if you were to like get a piece of lead in your body, or like literally it's something's there, and then these granulomas react like, let's protect this so that it doesn't get anywhere else. But my body's doing it in super overdrive, which is why when I was first diagnosed with my disease, the doctors were just like fascinated by it because, like I said, it's very uncommon. I think now there's probably, I think last I checked, like 1,400 women in the last 4 years. So from almost doubled in 4 years. But it's still very rare and they don't know much about it. My team at like Johns Hopkins and Mercy and GBMC, University of Maryland, because I was living in Maryland at the time, all of them just basically wanted to study it and watch what was going on. So when I would go in the hospital, they would just bring in teams of doctors to sit and watch me, and there was really nothing that they could do. The pain is absolutely incredible because once they rupture, your flesh just rips. So like me doing my hair, reaching, typing, really doing anything, you don't realize how much of your breast muscle you're actually using, but any type of movement whatsoever causes that skin to just rip and tear. And what's crazy is like it started off when I initially found it, I found this huge lump inside my breast, but then it also presented itself outside of my breast where it looked like a mosquito bite. And so right now I have a lump inside, and I also have the thing on the outside that looks like the little mosquito bite. But what happened last time when like it first started was from that time that I saw that outside mosquito bite, it was about 4 weeks to where it was like this big thing on the outside and also on the inside. Again, all of it sterile. Like I had infectious disease doctors, autoimmune doctors. They test for like literally everything. And they just don't know where it comes from. Literally don't know where it comes from. It could be something as simple as I was at the beach and sand got into my top and a piece of sand scratched me so small that it was able to get inside my breast, and these granulomas are protecting me from that grain of sand. Literally, that's how simple it could be. Or it could be someone, I remember someone in the group, like she went to a hotel and she had a cut. Oh, my light went out. Spooky stories. She had a cut on her breast, and whatever type of water system they had there, something in there got inside of her skin, and these granulomas basically formed around it. So basically once they're able to identify that it's because of something, then it's not idiopathic anymore because they basically know what it's doing. But in my case, they can't find anything. So do regular breast exams, go get your mammogram. If you feel something, say something. Try to do it right away. But hopefully we get some answers today. I'll get scheduled for my procedure, and hopefully I don't have to feel it. But God's good always, and we're going to get through it. We'll be good. And I'm still happy that I decided to have another baby.